All right. Arsenal 2, Brighton 0. Player ratings for the Arsenal players that really featured into that game. And remember, before I came in through, I went ahead to obviously upload a video showing you that Liverpool have gone ahead to obviously drop points, and Arsenal is now back on top of the Premier League table and they are cruising. Arsenal is cruising ahead of Liverpool as they prepare to play on Saturday this week, because today is a Monday in my country. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David, all RD is my name, and here we come to obviously bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. And thank you for the love and support. Continue to subscribe. And now let's get into the player ratings. But we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims Barak Laufikum, and hope you guys are really doing great. And greatness is really gonna engulf you, you know? That is it. So let's obviously start it off with these player ratings. The goalkeeper, David Raya. David Raya returned in the stitches of Arsenal, and he kept a clean sheet, you know, in the Premier League. Those are 3 clean sheets. At home. Away from home, he kept one against Bournemouth. He kept one against in Crystal Palace. It was Aaron Ramsdale in between the stitches. Then I think Arsenal's gonna have to keep like 6-7 clean sheets, you know. But when you see to it that they are really improving and keeping clean sheets at home, right, you really understand how good they are. And Brighton had only 1 shot on target. It shows you how good Arsenal is defending and how good they are when it comes to threatening their opponents. And I'm giving David Raya a 7.5 out of 10. I don't remember him having a lot to do in that entire goal area. He had nothing to do. Apart from that cross that I think Ndingra went ahead to obviously put towards goal, and it slipped through his hands and then he got to it, you know. So, but the rest was okay. His distribution was okay. So he takes a 7.5 out of 10 from me. Benjamin White, one of the players that really never looked good as others. It's not that he looked bad, but he never looked good like how the other Arsenal players were really looking on the evening. He really put in a shift, but the way he really got that yellow card of Mitoma, you know, it was really very, 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 very not okay. And I think when Arteta sees Ben White, he should really understand that it's high time he really got in a right back that has the best minerals. You know, sometimes Arsenal is let down by its left backs. I'm going to let you know that even if Zinchenko is good and plays in the inverted midfield, but they would love to see more and more and more and more from him, especially like how he went ahead to obviously perform when Arsenal was beating Wolverhampton Wanderers, especially for that goal he created for Martin Odegaard. So they need those those fullbacks to bring in performances that are really good. You know, if Ben White can average 6 crosses a game, you know, cutbacks, all crosses, all pullbacks, all squares, name it, you know, provided he really gets that ball towards the byline and obviously cross that ball. The same applies to Zinchenko. I think it will really increase onto the productivity of the Arsenal side. And for me, Ben White, he takes a 6 out of 10. I really see him as one of the players that really never shone on the day. So we go to Zinchenko. Obviously, he was playing against Ndingra, young player. He never had the experience, and Zinchenko really had a day off. I don't remember any time Zinchenko was in trouble, you know, and he was given a lot of allowance to invert in the midfield. Sometimes you saw Arsenal really attacking, and Zinchenko was in the 18 yards box area of Brighton, meaning that they had no threat, you know, that they expected from that side. Zinchenko, 7 out of 10. We go to the central defenders. William Saliba, guys, he closed down Ferguson, and after closing down Ferguson, they brought João Pedro, and he also went ahead obviously closed down João Pedro, and him being press resistant, the way he really maneuvered into the midfield and won all those duels was really great. This guy is unreal. He's a Rolls Royce, and trust me, he is really one of the best defenders in the Premier League right now, especially when it comes to the right-sided centre-backs in the league. He's really great, and anyone who doesn't really give him his flowers, then he needs to obviously come in through and not really be one who knows the game of football, because this guy is really solid. And for me today, I get him an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, William Saliba. Gabriel Magalhaes, oh my God. This partnership is forming every other game that passes by. I told you that every player is as good as his last 90 minutes. But for this central defense partnership, they've gone ahead to obviously put in consistent performances, even when they are playing against Aston Villa. Aston Villa never threatened that defense a lot, apart from the chance they utilized. But that defense is really rock solid. You know, they are solid, and they are improving on how they really find what we call the penetrative passes through the half spaces of the pitch and the central axis. He's really doing great. He's really improving. And I think it's courtesy of the pressure coming in from Jakub Kiwior, because Jakub Kiwior is really one of the best passers of the ball from the back. And Gabriel Magalhaes got to know that if I don't really become a better passer of the ball, this boy is going to take over my position. So he has gone ahead to put in a shift. And for me, today, I also give him an 8. Isn't it the first time I'm giving him an 8 out of 10? Remind me, guys, those who really watch this channel, I think it's the first time I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. Not so, but an 8 out of 10 goes to this guy. That is Gabriel Magalhaes. Declan Rice baby. You guys, he's really one of a kind. He is really one of a kind. And I would like to let you know that this guy is very, 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 very important to what Arsenal is going to be. And the beauty of him is that he's not an injury-prone player, and has gone ahead to play literally every Premier League game for Arsenal, and has gone ahead to play almost an average 90 minutes. He's really great. The way he made those interceptions, the way he comes in through and really recovers, he gets that ball press resistant. Guys, Declan Rice is a good player. He's a good player. He is a good player, and what an addition to that Arsenal midfield. Declan Rice, oh my God. He is really one of a kind that you have to obviously give his flowers. And to me, he did a lot today. And guess what rating am I giving him? I'm giving him a rating of 8.5 out of 10. That's what I'm giving Declan Rice, because he was all over the park. I told the people who were really watching my matchday live that Arsenal is going to dominate that midfield, because Gilmour and Prob are not as experienced as Caicedo and McAllister. Though McAllister and Caicedo were really young in age, but they had a big head on young shoulders. So they couldn't match the levels of that midfield, and Arsenal had to win the midfield battle. 8.5 for me, for the guy called Declan Rice. We go to Kai Havertz scoring the second goal that cuts Arsenal off the road, because it was really a slim lead of Arsenal that if Brighton really went ahead to obviously go full pelt, they would have gone ahead to obviously score a second one that would have gone ahead to cost Arsenal on the day. But he scored the second goal and we looked flawless. What people don't understand about this guy, he covers huge distance, and Arteta is trying to make Odegaard be that player who plays as a deep-lying midfielder sometimes, and they exchange those roles with Kai Havertz. Both left-footed, but they are really flawless. Kai Havertz. For me, he takes a 9 out of 10 today. That is Kai Havertz for you. We go to Martin Odegaard. This guy, he really showed why he's the captain. No player of Arsenal, I think, got the touches on the ball like this guy in the final third. He had most shots. Unlucky enough, it was his birthday, never scored, but he was like one moment away from scoring, but it looked like it wasn't his day. He got himself in better positions. He really released other players and played them into play. Remember that left outside boot pass here? He released Bukayo Saka, and Bukayo Saka really cut towards the goalkeeper and obviously was closed down. So for me, I'm getting him a 9.5 out of 10, Martin Odegaard. That's what I'm really getting him. We go to Bukayo Saka. Had a fantastic first half, but he was average for me. He I hate it, guys. I hate it when I see a winger running towards the byline, yet there is space that he can utilize. If I'm Bukayo Saka, most times let me leave the byline for Ben White to obviously try to divert attention of the opponents from you, Bukayo Saka. I say the same thing about Martinelli. That's his problem. He's predictable, and Saka sometimes try to really cut inside, but I saw him run to that byline a lot. In most games he runs to the byline a lot, but I think he should improve on that, and he gets a 7.5 out of 10 for me. That is Bukayo Saka. Martinelli, a 7 out of 10 for me. That's what I'm giving him, because you can't do the same thing again and again expecting different results. Though in the second half, Martinelli would have to put in some good crosses, but I think he can do better. There is a lot more in Martinelli that Arteta needs to obviously get out. Martinelli should turn out from being that predictable player. He should obviously be unpredictable, such that he really surprises his opponents. So I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. We go to Gabriel Jesus scoring a goal today, and he really did a very fantastic job. And trust me, he's really one of those that you'll obviously want to watch. And he scored a goal, third of the Premier League season, in, I think, how many games? I think it's in, is it 13 games, 14? So not bad for him. In the Champions League, he has 4 goals. That is Gabriel Jesus for you. So those are 7 of a season. So everyone who said he won't really hit 20, let me wait and see whether he won't get 20 goals this season. So I'm getting him a 9 out of 10. That is Gabriel Jesus, because he scored the important goal that Arsenal needed. And it was not that it was out of the creativity of Arsenal. Van Heek brushed that ball to the back post. It found the unmarked Jesus, and Jesus headed that ball into the back of the net. So I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. Because you never knew what would have gone ahead to happen if at all Arsenal proceeded without scoring a goal, right? It would have gone ahead to make it hard, and Brighton would have gone ahead to start believing that things can happen. And for Arsenal, frustration levels would have gone high, because playing in front of 60,000 people, fans that support you, and you are really disappointing them, it can really lower down the levels. So after that, let's go to the substitutes. Emily Smith-Rowe, 7 out of 10. Trossard, he takes an 8 out of 10. He really made a very drastic change in that midfield when he obviously came on. Jakub Kiwior, 6.5 out of 10. Res Nelson, I'm getting Res Nelson 7 out of 10. Eddie Nketiah, he takes an 8 out of 10 for that assist for the second goal, because he went ahead to release the guy very well. What's the name of that guy? Kai Havertz, who scored that goal, and it was really flawless. And what a very fantastic finish from Kai Havertz. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. My man of the, let me first rate Arteta 7.5 out of 10, and my man of the match surprisingly is Martin Odegaard. I believe the best player on the field of play was Martin Odegaard, and most of you might agree with me or not, but to me, he's my man of the match. So go into the comment section, tell me who your man of the match was, and I hope you guys will really get to where we are together. So I sign out for now. See you later, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. So good night. See you in the morning as we talk more sport about the Premier League fixture. But remember, Arsenal is on top of the table, and the elephant is back on top of the tree. Bye-bye.